And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to VKH Live. I'm your host, Jeff, and with me is Winona Peace.
What's up? I made it.
Yeah, I made it too. Okay, cool. The stream is coming through. Looks like we got some people. What's going on, chat? So just quick announcements and stuff. So we're going back to Google Hangouts for tonight. We didn't have a lot of time to get ready for this one. A lot of personal events, and I'll just speak for myself. A lot of personal events in my life kept me busy this week. So hence all this. I'm sure white dude with a snapback on is not what you were anticipating, but I just got out of the shower. Busy day. I'm moving. So, but next week we'll be back with like a full setup and everything like that. In the meantime, if you guys didn't know, anybody new, this is a stream put on by VKH Press. Our home page is vkh-press.com, and you should definitely check that out if you've never been there. So all the latest J-Rock and v-kei news and reviews and all that good stuff. We are volunteer run at the moment, so we do have a link to a Streamlabs account that we have where you can basically tip us through PayPal. If you feel like it's totally optional, it doesn't really. It doesn't affect our content. It's just if you feel like letting us know you like what we're doing, and also if you tip something on Streamlabs, we will read out your message on air, guaranteed. We usually read the chat. Sometimes things get lost, so if you have a pretty strong point you want to make, if you have something you want me to read, or if you want to make Winona read "I love baby metal,"
No.
What's your price level for that?
$100, $2,000, $2,000.
Yeah, so you get the idea. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's topic, which is big bands for new fans. And I will pass it over to Winona to explain what all this is about.
Yes. Let's see if I can. Can I even get the screen share going while I talk about this? Let's see if I can do that thing. Wow, what is that? Okay, screen share. Window. Oh God, I have too many windows. Anyway, big bands for new fans. That's for, it's pretty much in the name. But the idea is that we would do some articles profiling major artists for people who may not know about them, because there are a lot of artists that even longtime fans haven't really heard of. Like, I know in my personal experience, some people have not particularly heard of Kyoharu or Kurohime, and look at that, you see Jeff when I'm talking. and because of that, it makes it a little more difficult for people to talk about artists as they go along. So I know everyone's heard of X Japan, but like for the sake of doing this, we're gonna do the most basic artists as well as the deep cuts of major artists that have influenced people. And truth be told, I haven't totally gotten all the images together, because it's gotten to be a pretty decently sized list so far.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't. I got like 8 people together because Kyoharu.
I mean, understandably, there's a lot to choose from in this scene. So yeah, guys in the chat. By the way, if you want to leave your personal preferences for bands you like to refer, J-Rock newbies or v-kei newbies to like kind of get them enticed or something like that, or if you have any stories about what bands like really hooked you into Japanese rock, Japanese metal, v-kei, feel free. And Maya says, wait till you have to remember the members' names.
Oh,
we already do, though. we definitely do for interviews and interviews and news reports, anything related to like fashion, like new looks that have individual looks. But
we try. We try. Yeah, too many. I forgot who said it, but somebody said the struggle is real when there are too many windows. Yeah, that's my daily life. So some of the artists we have on here, like X Japan, you know, good old homeboys, X Japan, and we also have Cold Rain because we're also going to bring in regular J-Rock into this.
For sure.
Yeah, and One OK Rock, who I have linked in here, thankfully, but yep, One OK Rock, who's taken a note from like every other J-Rock band that's trying to crash into the States and putting a bunch of other American posters behind them, like Lynyrd Skynyrd. Look at that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh no, what's happening?
It's happening, Jeff. Ever since Change, it's starting.
Wasn't that? Oh my! Isn't that? Didn't like one of the Kardashian girls get a lot of heat because she like made images of like, you know, popular band logos like Rolling Stones and stuff, but like with her face plastered over it?
Dude, I don't know. I remember I remember one of Garugamesh's artist photos had let's see if I can find it through the magic of Google. Google Sensei, please. Onegaishimasu. Mesh's artist photos had them wearing a bunch of band t-shirts. Green Day, Limp Bizkit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I know the top image is the freaking Garugamesh meme, but that's not what we're talking about today.
God damn it.
We're talking about we're talking about good old bands that wear other band shirts, you know. Linkin Park, rest in peace, Chester Bennington back here in the background, you know, on Rio. But yeah, we're not going to be able to. What was it? One of the things we and Jeff tried to discuss was whether or not we would also discuss certain solo artists that come from certain bands. Like for Psy, a lot of those members, or like two of the members, really have a decent history. Like Kamijo has his solo going on right now, but he also has huge history from being like in Lorraine and being Malice Miser's roadie and stuff. So he's doing a lot of things on his own with a lot of other large artists. And then Hizuki, who has his solo project, but I guess it's even lesser heard of. So it would be another one of those things that would be a great deep cut that people should learn about. He recently released something too.
I would say from personal experience that for people that are so averse or just like not used to rock or metal at all, that like a Versailles song might be even a turnoff. Kamijo might be good, if for no other reason than just to play Mademoiselle or show them the Mademoiselle PV. And maybe also the Castrato PV, because it's a little heavier, but it feels like movie music. So yeah. It gets a pass.
Like a movie. I think Castrato would be a better PV. It's a
okay. Let's can we back up to X Japan for a second?
Right there.
Okay, so who would you show this to, like in 2018? Like
my dad.
Your dad. Yeah, that's good. That's what I did.
No, my dad said apparently this is a fun fact that happened this week, and it's I guess news. Yoshiki had an interview on TuneIn, which is a podcast that dads listen to. Apparently, my dad listened to it, and it was like in the morning, and he texted it to me. It was like, "Hey, look, Yoshiki being interviewed. I don't know who it is, but it's somebody you're interested in, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, we covered them. Thanks, Dad. Great job." But yeah,
it's kind of my my default like desperate attempt to try to connect with like the older generation that's like not even on board with like what's going on, you know, in America, like in like current contemporary music culture.
I think they're trying to. I think this right here, where they were at Coachella, is them trying to get into the younger culture as well, because you know it's Coachella.
Yeah, well,
or
Yeah.
basically anything else they did. We got a press release about Yoshi Kitty having some kind of popularity
We're not
contest.
talking about that. I'm going to get really mad about that. We can't talk about that. We can't talk
Okay,
about that.
I got you, fam. Not a problem.
and the chat will get really mad about that. And I don't want to.
I think chat just wants that album. You know what I'm saying?
I think they all do. So I was just going to try and cover this in 2 minutes so we can cover something besides actually.
So the next one.
Yeah.
Where was I? Larkin CL? Good old Larkin CL. Who doesn't know Larkin CL, right? Unfortunately, people don't follow Larkin CL as closely as they would, even though everyone knows who they are, because apparently they released a single back in December called "Don't Be Afraid." Mm-hmm. And I missed
and
that.
We totally were all over that. So, you know.
No we strategically have things laid out.
No need to check. I need to check, but
don't worry about it. What matters is that it's out. I think it's for a video game. From my understanding, it's for a video game. You should listen to the song. It's somewhere up on Hyde's Instagram. He posted a little preview on his Instagram, I think.
So who do you show Larkin CL to? Like, what kind of a person? Someone who likes easy listening music, I guess?
Someone who likes anime. Someone who, because they did the opening. They did the opening for Great Teacher Onizuka, Driver's High, and they also did. I mean, Driver's High was the opening for Great Teacher Onizuka, but they also did an opening for Full Metal Alchemist, and that was Link. Are you looking it up, Jeff? Mm-hmm. But I would show them to people who like easy listening music. But I'd say recently they've been changing their sound quite a bit because everyone's been in solo projects, but like Ken, the bassist, he's got his solo going, and he's been collaborating with a lot more alternative rock music artists and producing a lot of music. And then Hyde has Vamps, which is now on hiatus, unfortunately, but they're just taking a break. They'll be back. But Hyde's also been producing some J-pop artist songs, but you can tell when it's Hyde because he also makes them sing like he does, and it's a little bit off-putting, but you just accept it. Someone
in the chat put Ready Steady Go. Was that one of the more
that was also an opening for Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
Yes. They did 2 of them, I think. They're a really big band. Ready Steady Go is a classic. I love that. But I think the fan favorite from when I was on their Facebook last was the 4th Avenue Cafe. That was a fan favorite song, from my understanding. But then the drummer also has Acid Android. That's his solo project. And then
Emily says, how many Hydes are there? I'm confused. I'm seeing so the Hyde that you're referring to who passed away, his name is actually pronounced Hide.
Yeah.
And
so I'm gonna on Notepad.
Yeah. And then this guy here, well, hold on, before you switch over to that, this guy here, second from the right, that's Hyde, spelled with a Y. And then,
all caps, spelled with a Y.
Yeah. And then
oh wait, let me do this. Hide X Japan. This is hair, right? You're talking about Pink Spider.
Sorry, you cut out for a second on me. What'd you say?
We're talking about Hide X Japan, right?
You cut out again. Sorry.
Cool. I'm just gonna show images.
We're talking about Hide. Yeah, that's Hide. And then the other guy is Hyde.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him. Okay.
And then she also mentioned Hyde or Hide Zo from the band D. I don't know if D has a guitar.
Hide Zo, that's a different person.
Oh, okay.
I know who they're talking about, but that's they wouldn't be one of the ones put into that same category, because I don't know how to explain this. Yes, they're a hide, but they're a hide, but they're hidezo. So it's different. That's how I can put that.
Yeah, I think we got the point across, but I mean, it is worth bringing up because, like, right off the bat, someone asks you like who these people are, it's already confusing, you know.
Exactly. We should probably put a phonetical reading into the band name pronunciations. How to pronounce the bands as we go through them. Let's see.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
God damn, who else?
Who would you show One OK Rock to at this point?
Top 40 music listener.
And then would that even get them into J-Rock at this point?
Doubt it. Like One OK Rock used to be like Cold Rain, but now they're Japanese Imagine Dragons, and I don't know. I feel like somebody who listens to 5 Seconds of Summer would really like One OK Rock right now. But I feel like if they listen to One OK Rock, then they would end up getting more into who's a really light J-Rock band right now. They would like Lark and CL, and that might get them into some kind of a like unending vortex as it did for me, but I don't
They're
know.
Probably at the same point
Scandal.
where
they get into Scandal.
Yeah, they're probably at the same point. Katie said in the chat says Fall Out Boy fans. 2018 Fall Out Boy fans, for sure, yeah. They're Candle.
Spell? Can I spell?
They're probably at the point where
look how cruel Google is to me. Look how mean. Look how gosh, Google. There you go.
Yeah.
Good old Skip. They're going on tour too this September. They'll be on a tour.
Yeah. They may be just at the point where One OK Rock, I mean, they may just be at the point where Sekai no Owari is, which is that it's like they're very, very like pop rock, but it's like if you find them, it's going to be like deep in the mainstream somewhere, and it's like just their sole purpose now would be to alert people to the fact that a Japanese music industry exists, because a lot of people don't even know that. Which is a little ironic because it's the second largest music industry in the world after ours, but people aren't aware of that from my experience. So at the very least, you know, they can be like, "Oh, this is cool. Oh, are these guys Asian?" And then, like, you know, it's like, yes, there's a whole thing. A whole thing over in Japan.
There's a whole thing in Japan, and they all listen to rock music. Who'd have thunk?
Asuka says Cold Rain is more relevant in their opinion. Yeah, right. I mean, like, for the practical purposes of like getting someone into J-Rock, which requires them to be into rock kind of in the first place. Yeah, like Cold Rain won. I think Cold Rain like made a really great impression on Warped Tour when they came over here. They were really impressive live. So. And their music's like on point. I hear it gets played on the radio in the Midwest, I want to say, and a few other places. Mad Punky Heartless says, "Gee, I forgot about Gax. Do you want to get into Gax for a second?"
I saw him flash on the screen for 2 seconds.
Okay,
yes.
What's going on here with Poker?
Your guy is having a midlife crisis right now, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know.
I can see that.
He's got the blonde hair going, you know, and it's like the same color.
The fucking banana.
It's like as light as his skin. It's like lighter than his skin. I don't know what's going on anymore. He got signed to a Malaysian management company, so it's not Nestle anymore. But yeah, he was in a movie recently, I think. I don't know what he's doing. He's a classic though, so like.
What am I looking at right now?
We'd have to.
Okay.
Midlife crisis gacked right now, but like his music back then was still super influential because you have like Ice from Black Jean for the Next Scene, Shit.
Yeah,
He went solo, but his solo work is like right now.
What'd you say?
This is one of the like he's like taken so much inspiration from Gact when he went solo that he became like Gact 2.0 or 1.5. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't opposed to it, but yeah, I was kind of like, yeah. Ooh, Katie in the chat says Gact is the new Yoshiki.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that though. Because Yoshiki is marketable.
Oh, damn. I mean, he's going for his niches. Yeah, like he's
got his he's got his what's it called?
Video
life
games.
Coaching. I don't think he does the video games anymore. He
does life coaching.
He's not signed to Nestle anymore. Yeah, he does like Instagram life coaching.
Oh, I would totally get life coached by Gact.
His captions are like motivational quotes sometimes, or he's just saying, "Hey guys," like, and he just talks about his life. And he also posts his workouts. He posts his workouts usually these days, I think. I haven't really visited his Instagram.
Okay, well, maybe like, I mean, none of that stuff really makes it to YouTube or anything like that. So maybe
that's what you think.
Oh no, really?
What happens
when I type back into YouTube?
I don't know anymore.
I'm gonna regret.
I honestly don't know anymore. But when we write this profile on him, we're gonna focus on his music and this movie right here that just flashed. So, not this, never this.
Does he have any new music coming out?
He not anymore. I don't think, because all he did was sign to a new label, and then he had the movie coming out. So,
oh boy,
yeah, good old Gact.
Okay, well, I mean, like,
your guy, whose man's is this? You know, there's also a Maximum the Hormone, whom Jeff suggested to get onto that Creative Cloud thing.
Yes.
Go away, and I can
yes, that is the that's the band that got me interested in Japanese music in general. That was like the first one that I actually like went after, like in terms of like looking up all their music and stuff. And then I, by chance stumbled across others.
I love that their website's never changed after all these years.
Oh yeah. Just like straight, no fucks given whatsoever.
They just, this good old 2002.
A nameless Goulet says, "Oh boy, Death Note memories." Yep, that was pretty much it. I was really into the Death Note soundtrack.
It was Nightmare. For me, it was Nightmare. I went the opposite route from Jeff and got totally into Nightmare. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hisoku says, Sug disbanded. Yeah. I'm sorry to break it to you this way, buddy.
But we can put it into the list. Look at that. Sug right there.
Yeah, because I was going back through their stuff and like, what a hell of a catalog, man. Like, if you like it, if you like look at their changes one right after the other, it's like, it's really interesting. So like, anybody that's into like lighter stuff or like, fashion stuff, all the fashionista people.
Sug image.
I'm giving up on the hat. My hair is drying. It's pushing it off.
You cut out a lot, Jeff, just now.
Oh, I'm giving up on the hat. My hair is drying and it's pushing it off.
You were wearing a hat.
Yes. We covered this in the beginning.
I missed the hat. I just saw hat hair. I was opening images the whole time.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Sug.
Yeah.
Got it. Whoop whoop. No, we also said that Garugamesh had a great catalog too. When we were going over the list, we were like, Garugamesh has a good catalog, so there's no reason not to discuss them, because we said people would talk about Garugamesh forever after.
Yeah. I think while you pull that up, speaking of Sug, I think Takeru's solo project Sleepyhead is going to be quite an interesting recommendation for people. Because everything I've seen from him, I freaking love, and but I mean, I do love pop and pop rock and stuff like that. So, but that's definitely very relatable, especially that v-kei music video he just put out. Very dancey. But yeah, sorry, not to sidetrack. We'll see how the full album is, I guess, before I can fully recommend. But and he is still kind of getting his buzz going. But that's a good deep cut, I think.
See, there was also well, I guess another one is Maury, because not a lot of people know about Maury, I guess. But now, since he'd been more active overseas, he had a few shows in New York recently. I guess these past 2 years, or this year and last year. Yeah, he released an album 3 years ago. 2016, he released an album. And then he started being more active as a solo artist. He's also in Dead End, and I think Creature Creature is his other band. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been around since like the 80s. His Dead End was around in the 80s, and they were super influential.
Another suggestion from the chat is maybe Anne Cafe.
Add to list. Add to list. And then
I think I would personally, at that point, like if I'm feeling like they would be into something like Anne Cafe, I think I would jump right to LMC at this point.
All those from like the early thousands, mid thousands.
I mean, anything, to be honest. But yeah, like, hit him with the hard Oshare stuff. Like, Punky Heart or Boys and Girls and stuff like that. If that's like
not
really
what I asked for.
What did you ask for?
No. I typed in LMC and it went to LMC. Like, that's not what I wanted. None of that is what I wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then they're more mature, and then their later stuff is like, I was catching up on like one of the albums that I missed that the LMC Discord, who I see in the chat. What's up, guys? They were telling me which ones to catch up on first, and I think it was A Perfect Rainbow, and it's like really solid. And
that's
on Apple
Perfect
Music.
Rainbow. Is it?
I think so.
I don't think it is. I think certain things, like from 2012 to 2017, things are not on Apple Music. Because they had a different management at that time. And then you start to see stuff, but Veda still isn't on Apple Music because that's the newest one. And I think once they release the next album, then Veda will be on Apple Music. But until then,
no. Perfect Rainbow is is on there. It's the laytest album they have on there. That's
okay.
Not a compilation album.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Then there was Anne Cafe, and then they had a new single come out in March. Whatever it's.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Anne Cafe and see where they're at. I'm trying to remember the last thing I heard by them. Oh, well, I heard their last full album. I guess I haven't heard anything since then.
I think you just wait for the albums, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, they were good albums,
We also had good old anime bands up here.
Yeah, it's kind of a different flavor of like the good vibes I get out of like an LMC album, like.
Oh my god, I'm never gonna find Flo's homepage.
Oh yeah, so this would be for the anime fans, right?
Go to Flo Anime Best. Let's see. We'll pull up. They're on this image anyway. Here's like them on the band image. If I can find a high quality one.
You guys are sending me back to high school with half of these names. Yeah, same.
Sending you back to high school. Sending me back to middle school, you know what I'm saying? Probably not.
Yeah, we're known as a baby boy. UI.
I'm a youngin. It's also TM Revolution. But who doesn't know TM Revolution? Honestly.
Oh, yeah. TM Revolution, and for the deep cut on that, I'm gonna recommend Abingdon Boys School.
Oh yeah, that's a good deep cut.
Which was his side project, kind of new metal anime kind of thing. I found them from Darker Than Black, the anime. They did the intro for that, and I was like, oh, this is good. This is a good
You're cutting out, homie.
sound. I am?
Yeah, oh, no. Yeah, you cut out right after you said I found them from Darker Than Black.
Oh, okay. I found them from Darker Than Black, and I was like, oh, like, because they did the intro, and I was like, oh, this is a good sound.
Mm.
Yeah, let me see if I can. While you're pulling up stuff, I may just like try and.
Well, if I keep pulling up things, I realize every time I click away onto a new tab, the screen switches to me. So I'll only pull up what's necessary as we talk about it.
Do you need me to I've got it locked on you. Do you want me to unlock it?
Oh God, you have it locked on me? Yeah, unlock it to you while I pull up things and you talk. And
okay. All right, I'm gonna run through the chat. Let's see what we got.
Yes, do that.
Let's check Streamlabs just in case. I don't oh, thanks. CCOS donated $5. Talk about LMC a lot, please. Thanks. I love you. Oh, you guys are sweet.
This is like our fourth time talking about LMC, isn't it?
I don't mind. Like,
name drop.
I mean, like, I honestly, like, up until recently, it's only been recently that we started talking about them. And it's just because I haven't been up to speed on their stuff lately. But now that I have become up to speed, like,
did Hosoku put the avocado emoji as a joke, or are they aware of the avocado song on Veda? Because both are hilarious.
They're extremely aware
of both.
Both, yeah.
That's great. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, who would you show LMC to in like 2018? Like, who's the
LMC?
Who's the demographic?
There they are.
Like, happy people. Like, I'm trying to think if I know any happy
people who need to be happy. Because
people who need to be happy. That's good.
Yeah. When I had interviewed them, I gotta work on that while I'm still like in limbo from before the summer starts for me. But when I'd interviewed them about when they write their songs, like especially about Monroe Walk, they said like it was to like tell people that there are still things worth living for and you need to keep moving forward regardless. So I'm like, yeah, I feel like most of their songs are like about just being happy, continue to be happy, or being more uplifting. So I think that's something. But in regards to what they sound like, yeah, people who need to be happy still.
I feel like I know like a hipster metalhead or two that I kind of want to try playing LMC music for, because I suspect they won't be able to resist the happy catchiness of it, in spite of the fact that it's not that it's like it's not, you know, deathcore or whatever it is they're like into. You know, I just want to play it for them and then just like watch them struggle and then give into it.
I think based on
and then feel better.
Based on their experimentations, it'll be real interesting to see how their music changes moving forward, because Veda was different. And then they said that this new album is going to be more experimenting like Veda was, like trying something that's more out of their range. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the whole tour.
Okay, let's see what else the chat has to say. I don't know if Elgarden counts, but they're definitely a huge fave of mine, says Mad Punky Heartless.
Elgarden?
Yeah. Ghoul Scout says Buck Tick, X Japan, Duran Gray sucked me into J-Rock, to be honest.
We got all of them on the list.
Katie says lunacy is generic enough while still being solid. Yeah.
You weren't wrong.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I spelled it right the first time, and I was so bad. Okay.
Hisoku says we stan Garugamesh meme. Oh, and then they explained what that is. It's the stalker plus fan.
Yeah.
Yes, you stalked the Garugamesh meme.
You didn't know what a stan was, Jeff? I thought you lived on Twitter. You don't. He doesn't live on Twitter at all.
I'm literally there, like, because Facebook has gotten so trash.
He's getting
forced out into the open.
He's getting around to Twitter, guys. We gotta get him into Twitter as deeply.
Yeah, if you want to follow me at The Only Real Jeff, and like, you know, like you guys, everybody in the chat seems like positive, chill people, because like I have such a negative impression of Twitter, because every time I go to trending, it's like 80 people arguing about some bullshit. You know?
Or it's me posting dank meme, maybe not so much dank memes.
I mean, that's what I'm there
memes
for. Yeah,
Twitter.
like I've started to get smart about it and just like specifically start following, like, you know, I'm sanitizing my followers list so that it's like being flooded with dank memes and
Winona's tweets.
And Winona's tweets and like jrock and v-kei, which are all also Winona's tweets.
It's everything I retweet. All Jeff needs is everything I retweet. So if you want anything I retweet, also follow me at the real Winona. Why was I going to say the only real Winona? Jeff, what did you do to me?
I'm the
real Winona.
I'm the only real Jeff.
Because Winona Ryder is not the real Winona. I'm the real Winona.
And Jeff Dunham is not the real Jeff. And if you do the Jeff Dunham, you're so funny. Let's see. Getting life coached by Gact. I'm dying here. They pay him in Bitcoin.
Yo, you're hip. No, dude, remember Jeff, he actually endorses a Bitcoin, like he's with a Bitcoin company now.
Oh, it wasn't even a joke. I forgot.
It wasn't even a joke. Like, it's real.
I would have said that as a joke.
A Bitcoin currency at this point. Like, a certain currency. I forgot what it's called.
Nightmare was lit because of Death Note. I got into Maximum the Hormone a bit, not Nightmare. Nightmare was good. I liked them. I actually didn't ever get into Sug. The lead singer's eyes always creep me out.
I feel you. There's a meme about that. Wait, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to have to go onto my Facebook. I feel like I'm never going to find it, though. I'll never find it. It's an old meme, but I know what they're talking about, because there were like some close-ups that would go into Takuru's face on some of their music videos, and people would screen cap them and be like, Takuru watches you when you sleep. So
yeah, we had the meme here at VKH that James started with Chisa, the vocalist of Dive and now Acme. He was doing for that first PV that Dive put out, which was like Natsu no Yuki, I believe. Yeah, he was he had like 2 different colored contact lenses and was just like giving like these wide, too happy smiles, and so it creeped out James to no end. So he started calling him Panda Eyes, and, you know, writing legends about what those eyes will do to you if you look into them too long.
That's great.
Yeah. All right. Asuka also recommended, I'm going to butcher French, Rentrare and Soy.
Oh, Rentrare and Soy.
Yeah.
You said.
So bad. So bad.
I can't spell, but at least I can say it. Like, I don't care. It's one of Satsuki's old bands. It's Satsuki's old band.
Soy Boys. That's how I know them.
Rentrare and Soy. Yeah, it was Satsuki's old band. Now he's doing a solo. Shoot, any of these images, TBH. There you go. Found him. That's a good deep cut. That's a good one.
Oh, sorry. Let me pop it over there. Yeah, they are very good.
Yeah, that's
I saw someone make a meme that I don't remember what it was, but it's just they have a song called "I Hate Myself and Want to Die," and it's like
me.
Oh yeah, memeable times 10.
Me. I can feel this in my heart.
It'll be okay, Winona. It'll be okay.
Will it be?
Yes, it will.
Adds to list. So then I guess also Satsuki, because he I'll pull. I can't spell for shit. And Swa, and then Satsuki. He released something recently. I forgot what it was called, but
Asuka says they disbanded soon after I got into them for Rentre and Swa.
That
yeah,
sucks, bro.
Yeah, and you know we feel your pain because you saw me and Winona both like, well, especially me, just like fucking having just like break down after discovering Schwartz missed, and then realizing that they're scheduled to disband in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Like,
that hurt a lot.
Fuck.
No, I think
that was really bad.
Stream where I like realized on air that Art Cube disbanded.
Oh yeah,
I loved Art Cube for a while, but I didn't know
that was the remembering disbanded Visual Kei bands.
Yeah, when we were doing research, I was like, "What? No!"
I found out 5 minutes before the stream started that Rebellion had disbanded, and I was like, "Oh,
all of our hearts are just hurting."
Yeah. Okay. So, what other bands?
To the list.
Yeah, to the list. Did we talk about Guru Gamesh? We kind of talked about.
We talked about how they had the band T-shirts, and that was it. We didn't get to talk about them as a band, so I'll go pull them up real quick, real fast, if they even still have their OHP up.
I would show Guru Gamesh to like anybody who was like me and that they grew up on like old school Linkin Park, and also Slipknot and shit like that.
Basically, anyone who likes music is how I feel.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna it's a given. You're just gonna share it with them regardless. But
it's like, yo, my guy, you like good music? Here's a band.
Yep. Emily says Versailles was the first band that I got introduced to in Gazette. Versailles was the one who got me into VKH. Yes, that's Versailles is a good one. Versailles is like a good for like a wow factor, you know, like
I can do this because everyone's under the same thing. Shit, it's 2 dashes.
Okay, well, speaking of bands that got us into Visual Kei, the one that catapulted me into Visual Kei was Acid Black Cherry, and he's still going hard and strong. Like, so, I would say that's a pretty interesting one. The jazz rock thing is like pretty on point that he has been doing, redid, you know. He's got a really good thing going on. I think that would resonate with a lot of people.
There's a handwritten note from Yasu on here. No, we're gonna go to top. That's old. You're kidding me.
I don't know. Yeah, and he did the Heavy album recently. I gotta check on that. I saw the preview was pretty good, but I gotta go back and
Yasu.
Check that out.
Go back. All right, I got it. I did it. Yay.
So I would
Yasu.
I would show this to like, I don't know, man. I feel like he's good. He's good for like transitioning people who are like kind of into soft rock, like Coldplay or something like that, you know, into something more of a hard rock, because he's got everything from like Yes, which is like really nice and sweet, and then he's got jazzier stuff, you know, like Black Cherry and Kuroneko, and then he's got like the hard stuff like Spell Magic, which has a fantastic PV, by the way. That was like the Spell Magic PV was like what hooked me in. It was like, holy shit, this is awesome. this is like why isn't rock music like that, like this here, you know? So
because everyone wants to sound the same forever.
Yeah, basically. They're getting a little better about it, I guess, but most of the Western bands, yeah, they just all sound the same.
Marilyn Manson thought the way to save rock music was to put Johnny Depp into his album.
Yeah. I will just say, our final hope is Nothing More, which is the band.
Yeah, they're a good band. They're a great
from the UK. If you guys have never heard of Nothing More, they're like the closest thing I've found in Western rock music to something I would relate to, like a Gazette or like a Gazette style band that's like very like avant-garde with their kind of approach to music compared to like Western bands, but then like they've got their music's like not like super out there at the same time. So but Nothing More is like really viewed as like a really unique and interesting band. So like a lot of people have a lot of respect for them. They're actually probably a really good role model for a lot of Visual Kei bands if they want to follow, to like, you know, because they just really get the point across that it's like we're different, we're unique, but like we're not unrelatable. But on that note, I'm seeing Alice 9, A9 in the chat.
Alice 9, yeah, I have that on the list too. Time to pull up Alice 9. Quickly. They're smart for that. Had their website had the SEO redirect Alice 9 to A9.
Yeah.
Well, there's the band. There you go. It's the band. No, that's not the band.
Their latest PV. What was that PV called?
Shoot, Fix Plus You, or is there a new one?
No, they've got an album coming out now called
Planet 9. That was it.
That's the name of the album. And then the PV is for the song Unreal. That's a really good one to show people, actually. It's pretty good mainstream appeal there. Pretty good.
Is it still out of sync?
I don't think it matters. You're the only person I've seen complain about that.
Wow.
I just mean
people didn't watch it all the way to the end. I mean, like, I saw it. It hurts.
I just mean the song itself. Yeah, that one.
Right here. Yeah, the song's great. The music is still out of sync.
So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that album. If it's anything like, you know, the last one, which got me pretty good. It seems like it's souping up to be an even more versatile version of the last one, which is great because then that's like more different types of people I can show this kind of music to. So,
the neon lights thing is a fad these days. Interesting.
Oh, it's been a fad.
No, I know, but it's like no. I mean, like in designs, it's being used more and more often back here. I've seen it a lot in anime credits nowadays too.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm a nerd.
No, it's cool.
Alice 9's album Supernova was one of my favorites. And Gemini. I loved Gemini.
Yeah. Mad Punky Heartless says, I didn't really get into Alice 9. Maybe I should have. You can check them out now because they left PSC and they changed their name to A9. So they're an indie band and they've gone a little wild since they left. But I think overall, like, I really like the stuff that they've been doing. I think if you're coming into them fresh, you may be like really hooked into it. You know, I think some pre-existing Alice 9 fans are a little shaken up by the sudden change in in temperament from like consistently decent, solid light rock music to like all over the place. Like we're hard rock, we're heavy, we're light, we're pop, we're pop stars, we're dancing at our concerts, and now we're back to headbanging, and now I'm screaming. I never screamed before. Like, you know, like,
if I can find the thing that they did. Shoot, it was A9, right? Oh wait, I could just click on their link right here. What am I doing? Oh no, there's no Facebook link here. What are they doing?
Asuka missed what you were talking about with the neon stuff.
Okay. Shit, that's my Facebook. In the background here, behind this band image, I would totally inspect, but I feel like that's the wrong thing to do right now because I can't be fast enough to remove it. But the background here is all this neon lighting here. And that's what I mean. Like, that's kind of really...
Oh, around the edges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Like, neon colors, yeah, that's been a fad. But I mean, like, the signage kind of lighting, doing, like, neon signs with the wiring or whatever, that's gotten to be more and more popular this year, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only in design, not so much with, like, what bands do. Yeah. I was going to try to pull up their Facebook page.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm not going to find it that easily.
Okay, so I have a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess just by coincidence, all the ones that we've kind of picked, I think I kind of was, I on my side, I think I was driving it in this direction a little. Is like, you know, stuff that sounds like things you've heard, you know, person who's new to Japanese music. But maybe let's shift gears and maybe like talk about bands that might be like completely foreign that to them, that are to, like, you know, new listeners that are like a more of like an exotic experience, I guess, like, you know, as opposed to this sounds like things I know with a twist, but, you know, from that to, oh wow, this is unlike anything I've ever heard. So I'm thinking Wagaki Band is a good, you know, I think we were both thinking it. So, but
I was actually thinking Gazette, but never mind.
Also Gazette. I mean, Gazette's like both, because it's like,
yeah, they do wild shit sometimes.
I don't know. It's like nothing they've heard, like, you know, other people have heard of, because it's because there's so many different twists put on things. So it's like both at the same time. But
whoa, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because sometimes you just need like a wow factor, like a shock factor even. So that's where Duran Gray comes in a lot of the time, you know.
Scare the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Uh-oh. We might have lost Winona here real quick. Let me see. Oh.
Yeah, I closed the wrong tab. Don't worry about me.
No worries, no worries.
Don't worry about it. I closed the wrong tab. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's whatever. Here it is.
Oh, they're all wearing blue now.
Yeah, they're all cohesive, you know? A nice little blue here.
Why does the vocalist look like a goddess? I'm sorry.
Always.
Caught me off guard there. But yeah, they're pretty dope. That's a huge understatement. Like, and they've just got tracks on tracks on tracks you can play. Like, look up, and you know, their PVs have millions of views, and some people will be like, oh shit, what am I missing out on? That kind of a thing. Katie pulls up is bringing up Kagura and Kiryu.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, both of those. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would say like Wagaki Band's probably a good jumping off point into like either of those. Kiryu is fun because you can show them like the light side, and then you can show them like the crazy horror rock side. You know, these
One
days.
of my roommate said, "Why does she feel like she's being cursed every time she watches music videos that I'm watching?" I'm just like, well, that's a you problem, fam.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, though. Yeah, Kiryu is constantly casting spells in their music videos. No joke. Like, it's just no joke. The way they move and stuff. Yeah.
Totally.
Asuka says about Wagaki bands, how do they manage to keep so many members? They are all professional musicians, so they probably have their shit together a lot more.
All signed. They're signed to Avex. They have no fucking choice.
And also that, but you know, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it's like how do any of the bands that we love stay together for so long? They spend very little time together as a band. If
you guys aren't familiar with how Wagaki band started, they are basically the Japanese equivalent of Pentatonics. The YouTube sensation that was like that a cappella group. They did all the covers. Wagaki band did these rock mixed with traditional music. Covers of Vocaloid songs, and that's why like their first songs that came out that went viral were like so on points because they were covers of popular Vocaloid songs like Senbon Zakura by Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, I think that was like the first one that went super viral.
Yeah, so they've had a lot of time to mesh together, like through online jam sessions and stuff like that. Like I think they were jamming online, like from different locations and stuff. A lot of them started out as they're all professional musicians, and a lot of them like started out as YouTuber. Well, not YouTubers. Like I don't know what you call people who are on Nico Nico. Which is
Nicoers.
Nicoers.
I don't know. Don't quote me.
Yeah, so I would be inclined to show them, like, if we like, because I feel like this triggers like a rabbit hole that you could just fall down, and you can be like Kagra, Kiryu, and then I would even go into Asagi's first album, that debut album.
Shit, I'm about to go onto that website for Godchild Records.
Because that was like underdog Angara K album of the decade, as far as I'm concerned. Like,
it was, because we were sleeping on D for so long.
And he had every single different major artist. Like, yeah. All the rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. What's Godchild Records? Godchild Records is D's record.
It's Asagi's label.
Asagi's label. Sorry, it's like it's like what Chateau Records is to Kamijo. It's his own record.
Except I think Godchild is backed by Avex now.
Yeah, I think we figured that out.
We just know it's backed by a major label now. Somewhere down here.
Yeah. Also, strangely enough, Gotcharaka is signed to Godchild Records, which I can't think of a more different band from D to like sign. Like, but yeah, that's they're hanging out there.
Yeah.
And there's there we go.
And there's a new band on here called Narrow Escape. No,
I think
that's a release. Never mind. If there were, but then I think Ruiza has his solo on here as well. And then that's it. Then there's Kanade, who's a drummer. Yeah, okay.
Mad Punky Heartless says still gotta listen to Gotcharaka. I would definitely check him out. If you like the punky thing from LMC, like Gotcharaka is like a more punk, like hard punk What am I thinking of? They're like some legit like punk rock stuff. At least the earlier stuff, and then they transitioned into some pop punk, I guess, is what they do now. But their music's magnificent all around, as far as I'm concerned. But oh yeah, Winona. How about baby metal?
Fuck. Okay.
I mean, this is the one, right, that like people talk about.
This is the one that has made a whole thing on Twitter when Yui Metal didn't show up to the tour, and everybody was like, and then Avex didn't say anything for a long time, and then Amuse didn't say anything for a long time, and then they finally said something. Oh yeah, this is the one where they don't have.
Before anyone
on here.
Before anyone asks, they're not changing the lineup to 7 members. It's like a 7-character story they're doing for their album. It's just 7
like no, they said something like the original.
If you watch the music video for Distortion that they just put out, they show off like the 7 different spirits or whatever it is, and it's like they look like real life anime characters, like with like tons of CGI and stuff. So Chi says Winona language, what if there are children tuning in?
What kid is on here at midnight?
Yeah, well, all of them. But
if you listen to Gazette, you haven't heard anything that I've already said. You haven't not heard anything I've already said.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chia. You right though.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Have I been marking these streams as explicit? I don't think so. I don't know if YouTube counts swear words as explicit at this point.
I think we've been marking our podcast as explicit.
She says, I am channeling Captain America. Yeah, so I mean, baby metal is like a fun one just to just blow people's minds. Like,
you like cute girl bands? How about baby metal though?
Yeah. Well, it's like a nice little I was gonna say mindfuck and I stopped because now I'm self-conscious about swearing.
But you said it already.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna
powered through it. Because like people will be like, this should be garbage, and then like 80% of the time they're like, it's not garbage, and then there's like an interesting discussion to be had there. But yeah. Do not show them Lady Baby though.
I don't have that on the list at all, so
good.
Now they're all gonna Google Lady Baby because you said it.
Well, it's just too much.
We're gonna go to Marty Flock because people don't know who this is half the time, and I'm real sad about that.
Yeah.
Like Jeff was like knew who they were, but didn't listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
then
good.
Blew his own mind when he checked them out.
We're now entering the art student appeal section of the of Visual K.
You're acting like they don't have good music, Jeff.
The theater kids tastes.
Kids. Bruh, as soon as you go onto the website, their music is playing. I don't know why Mana did that, but like Desect is playing, and I had to scroll through here. It's somewhere down here. Here it is. Down here. Desect plays. But you can also download the Seventh Veil. So it's a track available for download if you go on their OHP, like right now. It's a plus. Yeah, it's the solo project of Mana from Malice Miser. If anyone's listened to Malice Miser, which is also a really good deep cut that I'm sure not too many people have checked out, but Malice Miser is like...
Is it not Malice Miser? Like you corrected me a bunch?
I don't think I corrected you. I think somebody else in the chat corrected you for that. I have no idea who corrected you on that.
No, oh, you know what? Actually, that was the one I actually did research for to make sure I said it right.
Okay. Yeah. Good job. There you go.
Thank
Yeah, Gact came from that band, and then there was Tetsu, who was the first vocalist of the band, and the third one was Claha, but Claha kind of like went and did a solo project and then disappeared forever, and we don't know what he's doing anymore. And then Gact is, you can see, is struggling, but had a successful career in the past. So there you go. Maudie Sma had another vocalist before Seth. It was Juka, and then he did a solo project, and then he also stopped. And my theory is that Mana is so goth that everyone who works with him thinks they're goth, and then Mana's too goth for them and makes them think that they're a pop star. That's my theory, because all the vocalists that have worked with him so far have gone off to be pop stars, or have attempted to be pop stars.
That's a deep line of thinking. I don't even know how to assess that. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Although it seems to be a tendency in general.
Tendency, yeah, sure. I don't know.
Like, oh, symphonic rock, huh? Well, what about symphonic pop? And it's like, maybe one of you.
Maybe
is the general response from the public. Like, we're thinking about
Kamijo. but also Kamijo was a roadie for Malice Miser before he was in Lorraine, and then Lorraine happened, and they did super light sounding like French elevator music. So, like, if you listen to Fuyu Tokyo, that's not exactly the heaviest sounding music, you know? So, yeah. Ha.
Seeing Moi Meme Moitié makes my wallet cry.
Yeah.
Mana is the parent of all awkward goth kids.
Yeah. You're right.
He also says apparently Claha's making music under his real name. I looked this up out of curiosity.
Is that true?
Also, one of Maudie Sma's vocalists is now starting a VKH Enka project.
Oh, yes.
Probably Seth. Why I went off on a Claha search.
Yeah, Seth went and...
And then finally, she just added Kamijo, god of French elevator music.
Yes. But
oh, God.
Shit, I gotta find what Claha's music is doing now, because people genuinely don't know what he's doing. Like, I honestly was just like, maybe he's just working at 7-Eleven. Who knows?
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Maybe a Hot Topic.
Maybe he's that old guy in Hot Topic.
Maybe like an antique shop or something.
Something
that sounds like classical, like a theater prop shop, you know, for classical theater. Winona, do you get this one from Jingle Bells? They say Kamijo, god of LARPing, as an Anne Rice character.
Oh yeah, I do. He let me think about this properly. He's a huge Anne Rice fan, I think, or at least I've heard. And if anybody knows anything about Anne Rice, you know, those are all vampires. And Kamijo's whole persona has been a vampire the entire time he's had a musical career. He's Louis, but his look is more like Lestat. I don't know how to explain this. He's more like a Lestat than a Louis from the way how he writes his music. So, yeah.
Oh my god! Somebody said, "Didn't she write Twilight?" And the whole chat exploded.
No, she did not write Twilight. She wrote Interview with the Vampire and she wrote all of the Vampire Chronicles, which was Interview with the Vampire.
I mean,
Lestat the Vampire.
I wouldn't know either, so I'm with you.
King of the Damned, the Prince Lestat, and there's like 16 books in the Vampire Chronicles, something like that.
The fascination with vampires is always like amusing to me, but it works because like I'm very pale already, so you know.
There you go.
So it's a hot topic. I could just be myself for Halloween every year.
Just put on a black cape. Be like, yeah, I'm a vampire.
That was me last year, basically. Like I bought fangs, so okay.
My culture is not your costume, Jeff. No.
Yeah, how dare you guys how dare you guys appropriate vampire culture?
Oh my gosh.
All these colonialist authors taking my history, my 10,000-year-old vampire prince history. Unacceptable. BRB tweeting really mad.
Everyone just up here claiming to be a vampire when they ain't human vampires. I mean, what is Yoshiki for that matter? He ain't no vampire. No real vampire needs a nurse. No, let me not. Good things. Good stuff.
All right, so it's 12:15, and I know you gotta get to bed soon.
I gotta bounce.
Do we want to wrap up with any others? Maybe look at a couple more.
Does the chat have a request to make?
I saw Nega and the Black Swan off the top of my head.
Nega's really good. That's a good deep cut. The Black Swan didn't get big enough, but we could that's a good side note in the same profiling article. Yeah,
I would personally lean towards the Black Swan. I don't know. Well, is their stuff's more available, I think, right? Or no?
That's all comics. What's going on with my life?
Did you just get all the Nega comic book characters when you?
Nothing's working. Nothing's working. Everything's failing.
Asuka caught one we missed, which was a good one. Thanks, Asuka, which is Masanru Opera.
Oh, I love them. How did I do this to myself?
Well, we've kind of put them on the shelf until they kind of sort themselves out.
No, they got a new guitarist.
Yeah, but we don't know what it's
going to... His name is Jay.
Yeah, but we don't know what it's going to sound like.
Okay, but we'll know that soon. I have faith. Have faith, Jeff.
Okay. I know. It's just I can't afford to get my hopes up and crushed anymore. From this year,
Oh right, that's right. Their drummer left too. Fuck.
Yeah. But they've got they've got a lot of solid hype built up on YouTube. So they've got some PVs that are worth checking out, and they're all really cool PVs too. So.
But Nega. Because I pulled up the image. Yeah, Nega, solid band. They have I forgot what the name of the PV was, but they have this one PV that's people always tell you not to watch it. It's obscure from During Grey, but Nega is
called Muddy Cult.
Muddy Cult. I was thinking Muddy something. I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Nega and the Black Swan. Or if you really want to if the PVs are, if you really want to fuck somebody, stay up. To be completely honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I'm the vocalist name is slipping my mind, but since Black Swan did this band, I hope he comes back with something, because he was really getting onto something with the Black Swan. Nega wasn't bad or anything like that, but just by the time they got to that album, that first album, they were Jin, yeah.
Yeah.
That was yeah. He was really getting into some dark but really cool shit, Yeah. I think we can wrap it up there.
That's good. It's all good.
Jingle Bells says, "Choke me, Jin." Yeah.
Oh God.
That's exactly what I would expect a Black Swan fan to say. I like it. I like it. I'm a fan. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. We gotta keep it short tonight. But we are gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna make an article or two happen out of this. This was really great.
The whole list.
The whole list.
Yes.
Okay, so wait, what's
the of each of these bands?
Okay, so then Oh, you mean artist profiles?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna do artist profiles and then maybe arrange them all into like a reference guide or something.
We could, yeah, of one big mass article, one big mass listing of all of the articles as we get them up. But until we get a good number of them up, we'll just churn these out under a tag on Blogger.
Yep. All right, cool. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Should I just go ahead and announce the time, the new time and everything here? I think we can do that. Yeah, because this is all the regulars. Let's see. Asuka says you guys didn't mention Gazette.
We had them on the list. I said it for like a second, but then we didn't cover Gazette because it's such a clear one. I'm highlighting it. It's on the list. It's right here. I made it bold. I italicized it. I underlined it. I changed the color.
Oh, yeah. We should probably talk about it a little bit.
I'm highlighting it to a yellow. It's here. I'm going to zoom in. It's right here.
Yeah. I almost...
It's right there.
Like, start with Filth and the Beauty and then like steer them towards either Dim or like the PV tracks from Toxic and then maybe throw on like the best tracks from Division and then throw them straight into Dogma and then show them Falling and just let them do like go crazy.
Just let them fall into a hole.
Show them Regret, show them Red, show them Fadeless, show them all the light ones if they like the light stuff. Show them Shiver if they're anime person.
Show them Distress and Coma.
Oh yeah, show them Distress and Coma if they want like some feels, some feels and some aesthetic and some
Show them Chizuru if they just want feels.
Show them Ominous if they want feels, but like really well produced feels.
If they want some lulls.
Show them Inside Beast if they want to turn up.
Show them Suicide Circus if they still want to turn up. Derangement if they want to go freaking crazy.
Yeah. And then however ninth pans out, depending on how it pans out, if it's
pull up their new look.
If it's in touch with like the modern mainstream EDM trends like we think it might be, like if it plays with trap a little bit, if it plays with like some of like the more some of the different like popular EDM styles, like that may be like one to really blow people's minds, like because it's probably going to be heavy but also like playing with all these crazy electronic beats and stuff. So that's what I've got fingers crossed for. I mean, I'm sure whatever they're going to go with is like good, but like that's what people are really looking for is like that's the reason trap is doing so well in the States, is because people are looking for like just something kind of wild and just like a little more, I don't know, I'm seeing more and more passion coming out of them. A lot of it's interesting. I'm still trying to put together like how I see that, but
got the look.
Yeah.
Boom. How about this look though, Jeff?
Dank as I'm so about this look, man. Like I seriously.
When I saw it come up on the timeline, I sent it to Jeff and he was like, "Fuck yes."
yes. This is like my biased preference of like how I like.
That's always on top of what Jeff is preferring in life.
The Division tour final DVD Melt is to this day my favorite concert recording performance DVD thing that I've ever seen. Like that shit is fucking fantastic. Like so yeah, I really enjoy that. Kai nailed his look there, by the way, like stuck the landing hard on it. Drummer second from right.
Here, if anybody sees my mouse.
Yeah, so it's gonna be exciting. We have talked about it a lot though, so I don't know how much more there is to really speculate until we get more details. But if we get like more details, like right before the album drops or something, we'll definitely do a live stream. Otherwise, we'll probably do like a listening party or something like that.
We're just too biased. We're too biased.
Yeah, we don't want to go like too in, like scare off the Duran Gray fans, or like the or the like the fans of the indie bands and stuff, because we like indie bands too, and
We do. You know, Kizu.
VKH is here for everyone, you guys.
VKH no Go-san, great band.
Great band, yeah. That's what you show like someone you just want to like. You just want to like shut down their brain for a second.
Let me fuck your shit up, fam.
yeah. That's Ray 10 Ichigram no Go-san is the mind freeze that you do for people. It's just like what did I just
the Thanos meme, you just show them this show them Ray 10 Ichigram no Go-san.
Yeah.
They're just like, I don't feel so good, and they just disappear.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, now we can wrap it up.
All right.
But unless we want to talk about Duran Gray.
Okay. Is that mandatory?
I mean, not really. It's kind of open and shut because people already know about Duran Gray here.
People also already knew about the Gazette here.
Not really. Not like they know Duran Gray.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty damn sure.
Chat, what you think? What you think, fam? I feel like this is going to take a few minutes before they see that.
Hisoku says, Mr. DeWitt, I don't feel so good. What happened?
Thanos happened.
Is that a oh no. Guys, don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I just see the memes.
Yeah.
Duran Gray.
I would say that like the new metal kind of weird song structure they went with for Niken
no Kaburu.
Yeah, that's gonna throw off a lot of like metalheads. But
I feel like you can't show them that song alone.
Yeah, you should. If it's a metalhead, you got to start with a different sense, like something crazy like that.
Lotus is so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Show them that whole album, Doom Sparrow.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
or at least
never got into that one.
At least that really long titled one where they have the flies in the music video.
Oh, Hage Shisha something.
Hagashi Sato Bokura no Nakade, and then like the rest of it.
Yeah. Or you show them Ouroboros. Like that one's always like
that's a solid one. Yeah, that one had a whole favorite thing.
Arke is like pretty solid.
That's really solid. That's a beautiful album. It's a freaking masterpiece.
Chio, all caps. How have you not seen Infinity Wars yet? I've been busy, okay?
I thought, to be fair, on my part, I've also been busy. I had finals. I died.
Did you see it?
No, I saw Deadpool 2 yesterday.
Do you want to go see it together? I don't know how this is gonna work.
Somehow you like come to DC or I go to Florida.
Yeah, or we just like, I mean, I've got like the Apple AirPods now, so I could just kind of mumble into my just to myself, you know, just talk on the phone. Oh my gosh. Love that. They'll love that in the movie theater.
We schedule a time that we both go see the movie at the same time in different theaters in different states. And we just have our headphones in, and we're just like, dude, this is wild. We just talk. Yeah,
I just realized like the level of complexity involved in what I just proposed. So
yeah, we're so antisocial. We don't have friends in the same states that we exist in. No, we do. We have friends. It's just we want to see it at the same time together.
I mean, I'm about to get hit with it. I am moving to Miami, so
that's true.
I will have a great perspective on the current top 40 trends and things like that. I've only been able to observe the last year and a half. I will be living it. So I'll have a pretty good idea of the cold, hard reality of what's the average mainstream listener is looking for.
Great. Amazing.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, it's probably not baby metal.
Okay.
Average mainstream person means not internet people.
Not internet people.
Yeah.
Probably your average Twitter person.
Yeah, that's getting closer to normie land, you know. But yeah, for Duran Gray, that one's pretty cut and dry, I guess. I will say Ningen wo Kaburu is best experienced while watching the PV, the uncensored PV though, because they ruined it by censoring it on YouTube. by they, I shouldn't say Duran Gray. I should say YouTube ruined it by Duran Gray feeling like they had to censor it. So, yeah, I think that's a good place.
When you sent me those screenshots, like I could see like why they did it, because it's pretty graphic. Like the way how they had illustrated the human anatomy in terms of cutting up those people, because it's clear in the music video that they're eating people. They're demons eating people. But the last shot that they had censored made it clear that they were demons eating people, which was so sad. Like, you don't know what's going on until you see that there's somebody coming out of Kyo's face, right?
Yeah,
that was
don't even get me started on YouTube.
So irritating.
I let myself off the leash a little bit on like one of the solo streams I did a couple weeks ago. Kind of went off on YouTube, and
on one of our
I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty satisfied with that one.
We'll see how that affects our numbers later. when
right. What a coincidence! It's so wild. Has the least views. Yeah. So. Sorry, I was just reading. Emily said, "OMG, Jeff, Florida, where the shooting was. That was sad." Yes, yeah, it was sad. I was actually, I used to live 30 minutes away from Parkland. So, I won't give any comment on that though. Like that's a very, very contentious and very upsetting issue for everyone. So, I think if you don't have anything else, Winona, I think we're good to go here.
I'm good.
There?
Yeah, okay. I'm good. I was just perusing chat and I had to jump back to my screen before I answered.
Sure, no worries. Okay, so for everyone still watching, just an announcement. Starting next week, we are locking in like a consistent time slot for VKH Live. It's going to be every Saturday as usual, but at 8 p.m. So hopefully that makes it easier for you guys to keep up, and maybe like share with anyone you think would be interested in like participating in these and all of that. So. And I'm going to schedule like Facebook events that are recurring and stuff. So it's like easier to like keep up with it. So every Saturday, 8 p.m. is the new first official locked in VKH Live start time. So,
Soylent.
With that being said, thank you guys very much. Thanks, Winona, for putting this together.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for making me put it together, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, Eastern, because this is where we both are.
Will we get the bad fan stories stream soon?
Oh, boy.
Food for thought. We'll get back to you on
that. Some friends of ours and see.
We'll get back to you on that.
Define bad fan stories. Do you mean like stories from when we were fans or from other fans, or stories about bad fans?
I think it's...
If they say both, it's going to be terrible. Bad fans.
Oh, no, they're talking about the live stream we had to cancel. The bad fan experiences one.
Oh, okay.
Although now I'm interested in both. So.
No.
All of the above is what.
How to be a good fan, basically. That would be the one about bad fans. But as far as bad fan experiences one, yeah, that was the bad fan experiences one that would have had Rabab.
Yeah, we have to hold off on that.
Yeah,
we may have to hold off on that indefinitely. Just trying to pick the best way to be careful about it, So
we might replace it with stories about bad fans.
Bad fans, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll keep that one, So, all right, cool, guys. Well, peace out, and we will see you next week.
Wow, he took my ending. Bye, guys.
Bye. I can get my mouse to work to end the stream, that would
Wow,
be
Jeff.
okay.
man.
Now bye.